All right, teachers. I don't know if you've noticed, but our students are struggling with spelling. I teach sixth grade, and I feel like the spelling has just gotten worse. And so I looked for a solution, and I found on Teachers Pay Teachers, Casey Keel. She's from the Literacy Effect. She had this really awesome idea, and she was selling this, and I kind of I used her idea to create my own thing. And so the first thing that the kids do is they do an observation. And so you can see, like, for this week, the observation was the sound E. And so I gave them a couple of examples: feed and clean. And then I had them, as a class, we came up with a list of words. And what I love, it was a whole array. So some of my struggling spellers were able to have some easier words, and some of my kids who are more advanced with spelling were able to come up with words that are a little bit more difficult. Okay, so after they came up with the list as a class for our observation, students will create their own spelling list. So from the list that we had in class, they choose 2 words. And then they're going to choose 4 words from commonly misspelled words. Now, you can look up lists online, or Casey actually provided this list because I teach middle school, and so these were middle school words that are commonly misspelled. And the kids can choose 4 of those words. And then throughout the year, the kids are making this list of words they find through their world, through their reading, through their writing, just words in particular. And they choose 4 of these words. So every week, the students choose their own 10 words. So every Wednesday, we come up with our list of words. That's the only spelling they do. And then I hand them this Making Connections packet, which I don't make due till the next day. So they have 2 days to do this. Each one, they put their word, and they have to find words that sound the same, words that start the same, end the same, and mean the same. And so they do this with every single word. And then on Friday, I give them a spelling menu. And so they choose one of these activities. Now, I tell them it's like a menu. So when I go to the restaurant, I can order one thing, or I can order more than one thing. And I have kids challenge themselves, and they do more than one activity if they feel like they need to. On Monday, the students do this write and cover. So they write a list, they write their words out, and then they look at the word, they cover it up, they write the word, and then they check it. So it's kind of like a pre-test before they take their test. Okay, and then on Tuesday, my students do a partner test. So they pair up with somebody in the class. They go over their list together. I tell them that they need to make sure that they're reading their words with their partner, so the partner knows what the words are, how to pronounce them, in case they have anything else they need to do. And then they trade, they give their tests, they grade together. Now, this, you would think that it might not work. I don't know. But it has been so great. My kids who are really good at spelling have been challenging themselves. I have a kid who has been picking German words for his spelling list. I have kids who are picking scientific words. Kids who are picking just really long words because they're really good at spelling. And then my kids who struggle, this is what I love, is if they're getting a word wrong, they're adding it back to their list the next week so they can keep working at it. I've told them that I don't want them just memorizing their spelling. I really want them to learn how to spell these words, because it does take memorization for a lot of this. I really love how we're doing spelling this year, and I really encourage you to find a way that the kids aren't just memorizing their words, they're actually learning their words, and they're becoming better spellers.